Today is April 7th, and I'm Derek O'Shea, and this is the Derek O'Shea Show. Ex-Major League Baseball commissioner slams Commissioner Robert Manfred, saying he made a serious mistake when he pulled out of Georgia, and baseball can't become a weapon in the culture wars. Tell us something we don't know as more companies come out against the Georgia election law like it's this huge deal. Patagonia says, hold my beer, says democracy scored a major victory in November. Yes, democracy. Because before, during those Trump years, that was not democracy. He stole that election from Hillary. We know it. And Patagonia says they're going to donate $1 million to fight back against election reform efforts. That's right. We will donate millions of dollars in order to keep people from having to show their ID to vote. That's disgusting. Millions of dollars to stop that. Millions. Millions of dollars. I'm just going to keep saying that. That is insane. There are homeless people on the streets. Okay. Though, as always, hypocrisy reigns in liberal thought as Patagonia needs an ID to pick up anything from an online order. I just want to buy something from Patagonia and go to the store and have a freaking meltdown and put it on every media platform ever. This is racist! Don't ask me for ID! Why? Because I'm white? Biden administration leaked to the New York Times, just like Obama used to do, good old days, that Israel had attacked Iran's ship Savitz in the Red Sea. Great job, Biden administration. You're tighter than a blank, blank, blank. George Floyd's alleged drug dealer, refuses to testify to avoid self-incrimination at Chauvin trial. Duh. A smart drug dealer. God. You don't meet them every day. It could have been his moment, though. Governor Asa Hutchinson was on Tucker Carlson last night and had himself a little bit of a doozy of an interview as he appeals to Buckley and Ronald Reagan, which is always the cue card, always the go-to card for Republican politicians. And it drives me insane. I'm like, we remember Ronald Reagan too. I mean, I don't because I'm not old enough, but I like his ideas and I like William F. Buckley's ideas. I like these ideas, sure, but you don't have to say, just like Ronald Reagan, and then you can say whatever you want. No. He appealed to Buckley and Ronald Reagan to defend a conservative veto of the bill banning puberty blockers for children, which is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. And then Tucker asked him, kids can't drink beer, but they can be chemically castrated. That's my worst Tucker Carlson impersonation. Which is a fair question, but I wish Tucker would have asked him this, because I was watching the interview, and Asa Hutchinson said, I'm pro-life just like all the good conservative Republicans, and I thought, bingo. So you're pro-life, you're against, people killing babies, which I totally support, but you're not for this? That makes no sense. So you're okay with government intervention in that, but not in this? Okay, gotcha. Love a good train of thought. Just a minute, you're scared and you don't want the backlash. Kamala Harris, our 46th president. Don't say that. It's not funny anymore. Kamala Harris has visited a bakery, watered a plant with Gavin Newsom. Isn't that fun? And cooked a beautiful roast pork for her LA home in the last 14 days since Biden made her immigration czar. She still hasn't been to the border or held a news conference. They don't care. They don't care about the border crisis. If they tell you they care, they're lying. Actions always speak louder than words. Yes, we have a crisis. We have a problem at the border, but I must go be a political figure and hashtag I'm a celebrity now. I'm a vice president, so I can make fun TikTok videos, and here's my rump roast. Yes, children are sleeping under the bridge, but this is a more precedent issue. This rump roast has got to cook perfectly. Biden's Homeland Security Secretary, my favorite name in the whole world, Alejandro Mayorkas, now says he wants to prosecute more illegal immigrants crossing the border and will crack down on Democrat sanctuary cities that refuse to work with ICE. Just come out and say Trump did a good job. They want to finish the border wall. They want to crack down on more illegal immigrants and Democrat sanctuary cities, especially that aren't working with ICE. They won't ever say it. And the media is trying to figure out a way to spin it to make it seem like, nah, this is actually a good idea. We weren't against this during the Trump era, blah, 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 blah. San Francisco School Board scraps its cancel culture decision to rename 44 schools after figures such as Lincoln, Washington, and Jefferson. Seriously, stuff like this just makes me feel like I'm talking or learning and hearing from children. Just like, we're going to get rid of all these stupid school names. They're offensive. Never mind. I don't know. It's too much work. God. Seriously, they remind me of kids. I don't know. That's why I can't think logically at some of these issues, because if I try to do that, I will absolutely go insane. So you just have to take it with a grain of salt and also know it's probably based on an emotional argument. Morgan Stanley sold $5 billion in Artios shares the night before the news hit that the private investment firm was about to collapse. Oh, it's okay for me, but not for you. God. You know who is backed by Wall Street? Joe Biden. Capitol cop killer Noah Green. And that weird event that has somehow just gone away from the news because, he's not a white Trump-supporting white supremacist. Noah Green is caught on camera buying a $300 Japanese slicing knife 90 minutes before he attacked and killed a veteran officer. $300? If you know you're going to die, you might as well spend a G. But $300 knife? What's the... I don't... And I saw the video. He looks very calm. Very, calm and collected. It's so weird. It's always the moments before someone kills somebody. It's like such a weird time frame. United Airlines. God, I'm loving all these airline industries coming out and talking about politics. It's making me really think about never flying again. God. United Airlines says that 50% of its pilots they hire in the next decade will be women or people of color. Thank God. Because I've always been like, I've only seen white guys, and I don't know if I trust them flying my plane. How is this not racist? We're tired of all these white dudes flying our planes. We need some more women and people of color. Golly. That's right. As the plane goes down, you go, well, at least I had a POC flying my plane. I feel better about this death. I don't care about qualifications. I care about what they look like on the outside. God. 255 transgender inmates. What was that? 255 transgender inmates request transfer to women's prison after California passes a new law. That's right. There's already been reports of one guy that has transferred to a female prison and assaulted 2 females already. Don't think logically about these issues. Think emotionally. This is totally normal and totally okay. Why don't we just make co-ed prisons? What's the holdup? Chinese TV stations have started to blur out Western brand logos in their programs in order to protect Chinese Xinjiang cotton industry from backlash over Uyghur forced labor. Don't talk about our concentration camps. Let's get rid of these Western brand logos. Don't you love a good propaganda? And the Democrat Party goes, that's a great idea. We should just blur out any MAGA supporter in their face and their family. Oh yeah, we're doing it on social media right now. And today in history, In 1944, the Rwanda genocide happened today. That's really sad. And violence fuels the launch of what would become the worst episode of genocide since World War II, which makes sense because World War II wasn't much farther from that. But the massacre was an estimated 500,000 to 1 million innocent civilian Tutsis and moderate Hutus. That's so crazy. I don't know much about the genocide because I was pretty young during that time, but that's really sad. And it just kind of shows you that, real stuff happens in this world, that microaggressions aren't that big of a deal in comparison when comparing to a genocide. Our culture is so weak, and it's sad. And yes, there are horrible things that happen in America, like I read some this morning, but a genocide is insane. In what happened during World War II is crazy too. It's just, I wish people were just more thankful to be alive instead of looking for reasons to hate their existence. Maybe that's my thought of the day. I don't know where that came from. Thank you guys so much for listening to the Derek O'Shea Show. I appreciate you guys so much. Have a fantastic Wednesday, middle of the week, hump day, as they say. And isn't hump day, isn't that so corny? It's so corny. Do you know anyone that says hump day seriously? Hey, Frank, happy hump day. God, it's so dumb. People are silly. And so am I. And so are you for listening to this show. I'm just rambling. Have a fantastic Wednesday. I'll see you on the next episode of the Derek O'Shea Show. As always, please share this episode with your friends and family and your neighbors and yell in their face. Throw my podcast in their face and say, listen to this beautiful voice. Read off the news. He comes at you with fresh new ideas, and he's different. I don't know. Have a fantastic day. Share this on any social media platform. I would greatly appreciate it. It would mean so much to me. I saw a couple people do it on yesterday, and that meant a lot to me. Have a fantastic day. As always, I'll see you on the next episode of the Derek O'Shea Show.